The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hi everyone, welcome back to The Absurd.
Woohoo!
Our podcast about the absurd. That woohooer was... wait a second. Yeah, that woohooer was no. Yeah. We're getting a little punchy. We've had, well, I've only had one drink. She's only on her second, but we have had cheese and it is hot. And you know how those things go together. You know?
Hot cheese.
Hot cheese. A good name for a band.
Hot cheese?
Well, actually, we were just, before we started recording, we were talking about words. And, you know, everybody has words that they struggle with pronouncing. Even though they've tried, you know, not tried, but they've been saying it for years and in different situations. And it reminded me, can you think of any words that... when you look at him, you're like, that is so stupid, the way it's spelled.
Oh, there's so many.
But you know, one that's always haunted me since like grade 6 is the word business.
Business?
Because I used to always spell it Buisness. Because the way it's spelled, Business, is bussiness.
Right.
BUIS doesn't sound like biz.
No.
But it sounds a lot closer than BUSI does. But no, nobody listens to the kid in grade 6.
No, of course
Here's
not.
how we're spelling the word, dick.
Yeah.
I think that's what my teacher said to me. But it's because he thought my name was Richard. No, that's not why.
No.
He never called me a dick either. Well, not to my face.
No.
So, anyway, little sidetrack there. How are you other than being hot and full of cheese?
I'm great.
Yeah?
I'm great, yeah.
Yes, it is still warm out.
It's very warm.
Yeah, well, we are recording the same day, so we usually do 2 episodes per get-together.
Right.
You know, because it's fun, eh?
Yeah. You know, we got lives. Rod's got wings to eat and, you know, got stuff going on. So we try to cram it all into one.
Was it you who brought up the fact that I ate 4 pounds of wings last?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But they were all not on the same day.
No.
I couldn't do that.
But still, 2 pounds of wings at 2 different places, though, didn't you? Or did you went back to the same place later?
No, so the first day, 2 pounds at the same place at one sitting. And then the next day, a pound each at 2 different places that were different from the day before. So it was...
Some good wings. I had wings this weekend, too.
From where?
Wild wings.
Wild Wings. Garpar.
No, I had some beach.
Are they hot?
No. No.
What's on them? Is it sand?
Yes. Yeah. Delicious, crunchy sand.
I love sand.
It was a dill something.
Oh. Why is it
remember.
called Some Beach?
No idea.
Well, good
I didn't
answer.
name it.
No, okay, no, touche. Yeah, touche. Hey, do you know how at the end of every episode you ask people to please contact us with, you know, to say hi or whatever?
Yeah, I
we
do.
had someone contact us.
Yay!
We have asked that if you know any absurd stories, either they've happened to you or not even. You come across them in the news like we do.
Yep.
And you're like, hey, I know who might like this. Them dudes and whatever who run the absurd.
Those dudes.
Yeah.
Those dudes, whoever they
Rod
are.
and Mel, that's them.
Yeah. Those guys.
So we actually had a story sent in. This is from Jackie in New Brunswick. She doesn't want her last name said or the town where she lives. And that's cool. You know, whatever, man.
Yep.
To each their own.
Oh, good.
And I'm not going too in depth in the story because I really think the title says it all.
Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
So in Oklahoma and Alabama, they now have AI-powered vending machines that sell bullets.
Only in America.
Well, certainly at this time, only in Oklahoma and Alabama.
So how is it AI generated then? Like what does that have to do with it?
Well, it's a good question, actually.
I know.
The vending machine company behind this new trend, which is called American Rounds, of course it is, says it uses artificial intelligence and facial recognition technologies to verify that buyers are of legal age to buy bullets. So it's a slightly more rigorous process than buying a Twix.
Twix bullets, same thing.
I love Twix.
Me too.
There are shockingly few. Actually, you know what? I say that, but they're probably like my least favorite chocolate bar.
Really?
I mean, I love them still because I love all chocolate bars.
I love chocolate bars.
But Twix are...
Twix.
Anyway, there are shockingly few regulations around ammunition purchases in the U.S., but some of the few that exist are age-based. Federal law says you have to be at least 18 years old to buy ammunition for long guns, so rifles, shotguns. And if you want to buy bullets for handguns, you have to be at least 21. As such, American Rounds has created an identity verification mechanism for its bullet vending machines that can supposedly verify how old the person buying the ammunition is. Anybody here, including you, Mel, ever used AI for anything?
Just looking up, like create a picture of this or give me wording for this type script or whatever. That's pretty much all I've ever used it for.
Have you ever
like
seen...
Chat GPT or whatever it's called. Yeah.
But have you ever seen examples of AI getting things wrong?
No.
Really? They're...
I'm sure it happens.
Lots.
Yeah.
Particularly with regards to images. Right? And some of them are hilarious. And I've no doubt whatsoever that if very soon the facial recognition run by AI will be brilliant. I don't doubt it for 1 second. It does sound all very Skynet, though. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't like it.
Terminator movies? You ever watch Terminator movies?
Yes, I have.
Damn right you have.
Yes. Damn right you have.
You better. But it was interesting. So Jackie, she sent us a link to this article, and where she found it, I presume, she said she found it on Reddit. So I like the one person's comment here. I won't say their username, of course, but it says, "Now I'm wondering, if this machine does dispense ammo to a minor, who's responsible? The shopkeeper who's hosting the machine, the company who operates the machine, or the company which developed the software?" Or he also adds, or nobody, 'cause freedom. Which is quite funny. But yeah, like, I mean...
It does beg the question, though. Who would be responsible? I don't think the shopkeeper does. They had nothing to do with it.
No, they shouldn't be.
But yeah, it's a toss-up between the machine itself or the AI technology.
Which are both owned by the company.
I was just going to say, it's probably all the same.
That's
all
who it would have to go to.
So, yeah,
Can
for sure.
you like, oh, God, I forgot to get bullets down at the store. I don't have any for tonight.
Just run to the vending machine.
Oh, I'll just go down to the vending machine. Thank God. They got 9 and 7,
How hard
6,
up do you have to be for bullets?
6. I don't know.
I don't understand that whole
I don't get it either, man. And I've owned firearms.
Yeah.
Like, I like shooting. Not into hunting, not interested.
Right.
But I sort of get the appeal, but that doesn't mean you should be allowed to.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, I'd
Agreed.
love to fire, like, a rocket launcher.
Sure.
But I don't think I should be allowed to fire a rocket launcher.
No, probably not.
Or anyone else.
No.
You know?
No.
I'm
Even
sure-
fireworks. I think a lot of people shouldn't operate
I
fireworks,
think
but
they
that's
should
a
be
whole other
illegal.
conversation, too.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But
Yeah.
I think they should be banned.
I agree.
Anywho. So, yeah, that's just a quick story, but I thought that was
Cool.
very interesting. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Jackie. That was awesome.
Thank you, Jackie from New Brunswick. Mm-hmm. Isn't New Brunswick the one with, like, the Viking ship on the flag? Or is that Newfoundland?
Like the Blue Noser? Is that what you're thinking of?
That's a Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
That's a schooner thingy.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll look it up later.
Anyways.
Yeah. So thanks again, Jackie, for that.
Yeah.
I've got one here. if I may launch right into a story.
You may launch.
Thank you. This one's called 4 Die After Drinking from Bottles They Found in the Sea.
Oh, no.
4 Sri Lankan fishermen have died, and another 2 are critically ill after consuming an unknown liquid from bottles they found while at sea, according to local media. The sailors were said to be on a fishing trip when they retrieved the bottles around 320 miles from Tangau, a town on the southern coast of Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan Navy told reporters the fishermen had drunk from the bottles, thinking they contained alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty desperate for a drink, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Director General of the Sri Lankan Department of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources told several news outlets that the Navy was attempting to bring them back to shore. He reportedly said that the Navy was providing medical attention to the men aboard the fishing vessel named the Devon over concerns there was not enough time to return them to land for treatment. So obviously it's pretty desperate times. He told National News that the fishermen had distributed some of the bottles to other crews operating in the area. He added that attempts to notify these crews were being made. The Navy told local media that the Devon was being towed back to shore by another vessel. The incident has reportedly prompted protests in the coastal town, located around 120 miles, 193 kilometers from the capital of Colombo, calling for the sailors who were still alive to be returned to land. Authorities are now investigating the contents of the bottles. So people are protesting because the sailors haven't been brought back to land. Because they're trying to get them better at sea. Like, because they didn't think they were stable enough.
Right, yeah.
To come back to land. But what are you thinking?
Oh, my God.
Like, you find bottles floating in
I wonder what's in here. Let's drink it.
Well, look.
Could be like horse piss or something. Like,
If
it could be
lucky,
anything.
Like, obviously it was something... potentially toxic, like,
yeah, I don't think I'd be first in line to do that.
Like, and giving them to other ship's crews, like, thanks for sharing. You were obviously raised well, but awesome.
Here, drink this foreign substance. Let's
Yeah,
see what happens.
I get the curiosity. Totally. Like,
Sure,
if it was in a boat and things are boring, you're fishing, and you pull some, but I wonder, like, were they just floating? Obviously, it wasn't one bottle. I don't know. The story is a bit skint on information.
Interesting.
But I like it. Would you do it?
No.
I've never been that pressed. Like, if I thought it was water and I was dying of thirst, all right, maybe.
Maybe.
But a booze drink, I'd be like, nah. I'll wait till I get home.
But they didn't even know if it was booze or not. That's the other
They
thing.
did it on the hopes it was alcohol. You might want to check into a 12-step program of some kind. Yeah. Dummies. I should ask my friend. He lives in Sri Lanka like 6 months of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
You
see if you find some bottles.
No, but I don't know. Anyway,
send us one.
You got something for us?
Yeah, sure.
What you got?
Oh, I got something in Florida. Cause
go figure.
Those are the best ones.
What are the odds?
If you just type it into Google and put like Florida man,
and then your birthday,
and then you get I didn't do that, but I just typed in Florida man, and then all these articles come up. It's great.
We have our own equivalent now, though.
Do we?
In Canada.
What?
Brampton man.
Brampton man? Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so this is in Orange County. Mm-hmm. A man died of asphyxiation after girlfriend locked him in a suitcase for up to 11 hours.
Ugh. Okay, so I wonder how big the suitcase was, but go ahead.
Yeah. I know, right? A medical examiner has determined a Florida man died of asphyxiation, citing the manner of death as a homicide after his girlfriend locked him in a suitcase. Sarah Boone was arrested on charges of second-degree murder in February after she was accused of zipping her boyfriend inside a suitcase during a game of hide-and-seek.
Oh, so she wasn't, like, angry or whatever.
No. Okay. No. Well, it gets better. But she just left him there to die as he called out her name, and he told her that he couldn't breathe. A post-mortem examination of Boone's boyfriend, he was 45-year-old Jorge Torres Jr., revealed that he died in positional asphyxia with environmental suffocation consistent with prolonged confinement. So poor dude's all wrapped up like a pretzel, and he just can't breathe. The report also revealed that Torres had alcohol in his system at the time of death. Boone told investigators that she and Torres drank alcohol during the night, and she passed out in her bed before letting her boyfriend out of the suitcase, where he would later die, according to court records.
Oh, so he didn't die in the suitcase. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I think it was after or something. But based on the medical examiner's finding, they estimated that Torres had been in the suitcase for up to 11 hours or more. A report showed that Torres had a black eye and other bruises and cuts on his head. His back and hands also had abrasions, bruises, and cuts, indicating blunt impacts around the body, according to the medical examiner. Investigators said Boone told deputies she woke up later and realized her boyfriend was still in the suitcase. When Boone was... it's not funny, but I can't...
Yeah.
The ridiculousness of it.
Man, the absurdity.
The absurdity, haha. When Boone found Torres unresponsive in the suitcase, she told deputies she called her ex-husband, who lived a few minutes away. After seeing Torres's body, the ex-husband told Boone she needed to call 911.
Damn right.
Deputies said they found Torres's body near the front door, near a blue suitcase. Boone allowed investigators to search her phone through both verbal and written consent, and detectives found 2 videos on her phone where Torres can be heard from within the suitcase begging Boone to let him out, shouting that he couldn't breathe. She says in this video, "That's on you. Oh, that's what it feels like when you cheat on me."
I'm not sure the correlation, but... Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is really the correlation there. The first video showed the suitcase facing downward with Torres pushing on the suitcase in an attempt to get out. The second video showed the suitcase in another position as if it'd been moved. So she probably flipped it so he couldn't get out or something. Boone could be heard in the videos laughing and telling Torres to shut up as he called her name. Boone told Torres, "This was for everything you've done to me," according to the video. According to records, Boone remains in Orange County Jail without bond. So it wasn't quite clear if he got in and zipped himself up, which seems unlikely. But if they were playing hide and seek, she zipped him in there. Let me see if I can find you.
I'm just trying to think when the last time I played hide and seek was. It's been a while. Yeah. With adults anyway. Yeah. But could you not, I've never been inside a suitcase.
I have.
Huh?
I have.
Okay, but no, because genuinely, could you not, there's obviously no tag on the zipper, the flappy thing on the inside. Right. But there is the zipper, the head of it. Yeah. Why could you not?
I don't know.
Get it open?
Unless she locked it, or
it was at the other end. He obviously couldn't turn around.
He couldn't move.
There.
Yeah, he was.
That would
folded
suck.
up.
I would hate that.
Yeah,
I would really hate that.
That gives me the willies thinking about it. Right?
How could you not be claustrophobic?
Yeah.
In that.
But what a cow, man!
So she needs to.
Poor
do
guy's
some time.
trying to. Get out, calling her name, and she's like, "That's what you get for cheating on me."
Oh, okay. Well, guess what you're gonna get now, silly Sally.
Yeah,
you're going to the big house.
Yeah.
What a loser.
I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah, people never cease to amaze me, but anyways.
No kidding.
And just go on to bed,
Yeah, I mean, if you got a message to send, I should think an hour would do it.
Yeah.
How could you not hate that? But 11 hours?
What a way to die. Yeah.
Interesting, though, that he died after the fact.
Yeah, that part didn't make sense to me either in the article when I read it. Did he die in there? Or...
Well, because it sounded like he didn't.
He died after.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
wow.
Anyway, yeah.
Good times in Orange County.
Good times in Orange County.
I have one that is quite scarifying, but it has a better ending. Would you like to hear it?
I would.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you like flying?
Less than I used to.
How come?
I don't know. Older, realizing more bad things can happen.
Oh, okay.
I grew up flying, so I should be used to it, but
I don't
Here we
really
are.
like it. Like, I'm not afraid of it. But, I'm tall. It's uncomfortable. I need to have an aisle seat.
Yeah.
When I used to fly the most, I was a heavy smoker, which means you can't.
Right.
So I would tell the flight attendant, if you come around and it's mealtime and I'm sleeping, do not wake me up. Because I wanted to sleep through all that. And I would never have a drink either, because that would make me want to smoke more,
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But, so I don't find it scary. I do find it an unpleasant experience overall.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it.
But I mean, if you're going somewhere far, what else are you going to do? You're going to take a boat?
Well, no, I'm not going to do that going to Newfoundland.
But even if you were going to like Europe,
Right.
you're going to jump on the cross-Atlantic ship?
Can't
No,
do that.
Thank you. No, I would
Jump on a jet ski and just give her.
No, I think that would suck. But I'd be more terrified on a ship than I would be on a plane.
Have you ever been on a cruise ship?
No, I not really.
No?
Like, I've been on a very large ferry, like 1,200 passengers kind of thing. That's just on the North Sea, which is really rough.
Yeah.
But like open Atlantic, yeah, count me out. Yeah. But the reason I asked about flying is, we all think about if a plane crashes,
Right.
and flying is immeasurably safer than driving. Way safer. And interestingly, if you defy the odds and you are in a plane crash, odds are you'll survive. Weird, eh? Anyways, the story I have here is about a woman. She was a Serbian flight attendant. Actually, it was when it was then Yugoslavia, but she Serbian background. And her name is Vesna Vulovic. And at the age of 23, in 1972, she was a flight attendant for the Yugoslav Airlines. And she was on a plane that blew up over Czechoslovakia.
Oh, damn.
Due to a terrorist bombing. Everyone on board was killed, except her. She fell in the fuselage, in the wreckage, 33,000 feet.
Oh, my God.
10,000 meters. No chute, obviously, no nothing. And she survived.
How the heck did she land in a tree? I don't know.
Well, in an interview 30 years later, Vulovic told her own story. This catastrophe began by chance when her employer, Jet Airways, mixed up her schedule with another attendant named Vesna. The scheduled flight was to Denmark, and she had said that since she had a deep love for the Beatles, she always dreamed of staying in a Sheraton hotel.
Oh, my gosh.
She took the shift and was very happy. She recalled that one particularly grumpy passenger had checked his bag for the connecting flight but didn't board. She believes a bomb was placed inside his bag. The last thing I remember is boarding the plane by the rear door and seeing a few women cleaning the plane. She has no recollection of the flight itself. All of the 28 people on the flight died except for Vulovic. And since she has no memory of the flight or the crash, no one is quite sure how she survived. Some believe she was belted into a seat that fell into a river. A Belgrade newspaper reported she was in the back of the plane, which landed at the perfect angle on a snow-covered slope upon impact. Doctors told Vulovic that her heart should have burst upon impact, but attributed her survival to low blood pressure.
Wow.
The plane's fuselage separated from the rest of the plane and landed in a heavily wooded area near a village in Czechoslovakia. The reporter asked about the theories, saying, "The reports say that you fell in a part of the fuselage that remained intact. Some of the reports said that you were in the back of the aircraft." Vulovic replied, "No, I was not in the back. The man who found me told me that I was in the middle part of the plane. I was found with my head down and my colleague on top of me. One part of my body with my leg was in the plane and my head was out of the plane. A catering trolley was pinned up against my spine and kept me in the plane." Former Second World War medic Bruno Honka found Vulovic screaming inside the wreckage. She had a broken skull that led to hemorrhaging, 3 broken vertebrae, one that was completely crushed, a broken pelvis, and broken legs. Though she was paralyzed from the waist down when she woke up in the hospital, she eventually regained motion and the ability to walk. The BBC reported that Vulovic made a full recovery and returned to the airline to work at a desk job until she was let go in 1990, after taking part in protests against President Slobodan Milosevic, but avoided arrest. For those of you who are of a certain age and who study history, you know that name, President Slobodan Milosevic. Do you know that name?
No.
Remember all the crap that went down in the 90s in the former Yugoslavia, the ethnic cleansing?
Yes.
He's the one that orchestrated it.
Got it.
In 2016, at the age of 66, a Serbian radio station reported Vulovic's death without specifying the cause, per the New York Times.
Wow.
So, yeah, like I had read, the plane had landed in a swampy area.
Mm-hmm.
I have read from a number of sources that the food cart that was on, the air stewardesses used and flight attendants used to, deliver drinks and whatever, had her pinned against part of the fuselage. It prevented her from flying out of it.
Right.
So I don't think there is one explanation. I think there's a whole set of variables,
Sure.
as is usually the case.
Yeah. Man.
But can you imagine
What a
that?
story to tell.
But weirdly, it doesn't remember it.
Crazy.
Well, it's probably like those trauma. It's like, you yourself have given birth twice, and women will often say how painful it is, which I don't doubt for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody actually remembers the full extent of the pain because your
Right.
brain is like, yeah, you know what? You don't need to remember this.
You're focused on other things too, right?
And it's like as a kid, you can have a traumatic experience and not remember it and still suffer from the trauma,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, but yeah, very lucky woman. But I didn't put everything in here. She was very active against the president of then Yugoslavia.
Right.
And so that obviously led to her being fired from her job. It was never suggested that she died, that her death was suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And she died 20 years after all that action.
Right.
But yeah, what a harrowing
My
tale.
goodness. That's pretty spectacular to come away with
Sure is.
just that.
Yeah. I mean, she was a mess, but she recouped. You
Yeah.
know, good on her for that.
Absolutely.
I like her.
You like her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, she obviously has good politics and she's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't like that?
It's true. Yeah,
Uh,
that flying. I don't like the taking off part of flying.
Well, taking off and landing are the two most dangerous times.
Yeah.
Right?
Because in my mind,
Mhm.
when we're taking off, I'm like, this is when the plane is working its hardest, is to get up in that sky. And it just, I don't like it. Until we even out and then we just start coasting, then I'm okay. Once we start coasting, I'm fine. And then when we start to come down, I feel better. I feel good about that because I'm like, okay, we're getting closer to the ground. This
Which
is
is not
good.
necessarily a great thing.
But then the brakes part, I don't like that part because I'm like, oh my God, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop.
I always liked the landing. Because I knew, like, okay, it won't be long now and I'll be smoking. Because I would, like, get through customs, get my luggage and get outside and, like, power smoke. Like, 3, like, one after another. Damn right. It was like, everybody get away from me.
Do you remember that airplane that went off the runway in Toronto? This was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was probably 20 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that long ago because I was in Newfoundland
Oh,
when that was happening.
Well, I was there 20 years
I was
ago.
on my way back
yeah.
and my flight was canceled. And that was why. They're like, oh, an airplane went off the runway. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not
like,
yours.
No,
You know.
no. It actually would have been about 20 years ago because
I
it
know.
was before I
why I
met
said
my now husband.
Right, so. I
Yeah.
know.
Anyways.
Because I know I was teaching in England at the time. And I think it was one of my coworkers said, hey, did you see what happened at the Toronto airport? I'm like, how would I? I'm here. No. But no, and that was it. I remember that. Yeah, cool. You got anything for us to finish things up, eh?
I got another one.
Or we'll see what's going on.
All right, I have one here.
Cool.
A man bites snake to death after it attacked him.
Wow.
Got so
Actually,
mad.
that surprised the snake, eh?
That's what you get for biting me.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Aman in India bit a snake back after it attacked him, resulting in the snake's death.
Oh.
The third... oh, poor Snakey. The 35-year-old railway worker, Santosh Lohar, was working in a forested region near the city of Nawada in India, where the incident occurred on a Tuesday evening. When Lohar went to sleep, the reptile suddenly attacked him. He reacted by rapidly seizing the snake and biting it back twice. Wow. Not just once,
but twice.
Twice.
Right.
Killing the creature. In some parts of India, there is a superstition that biting a snake transfers the venom back to the reptile. In my village, there's a belief that if a snake bites you, you must bite it back twice to neutralize the venom, Lohar told India Today. The species of snake that bit him has not been confirmed. After the bite, Lohar was rushed to the hospital by his colleagues. He was kept overnight and responded well to treatment, the Times of India reported, indicating he had been given antivenom. He was discharged from the hospital the next day. India is home to a diverse range of snake species, including several that are highly venomous. Some of the country's most dangerous snakes include the Indian cobra, the common krait, the Russell's viper, and the saw-clawed viper.
Ooh,
I like that.
That
It's
sounds
cool,
awesome.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Also a good band name.
Saw-clawed viper.
According to the 2020 study, Russell viper alone accounted for 43% of the snake bites in India between 2000 and 2019, with kraits making up 18% of bites and cobras 12%. According to the same study, there were 1.2 million snake bite deaths, an average of 58,000 per year from 2000 to 2019.
I mean, there are like 1.5 billion people there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of snake bite deaths.
It is.
Yeah, whatever.
The venom of these snakes usually contains neurotoxins, which cause symptoms like blurred vision, drooping eyelids, and difficulty breathing, as well as hemotoxins, which can lead to pain, swelling, bruises, hemorrhages, paralysis, acute kidney injury, and severe local tissue destruction that can prove fatal or lead to permanent disability if left untreated.
Yeah, it's like necrosis.
Yeah. So there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen from
dude.
snakes. So yeah, this dude was like, I'm not having it. So he bit the snake back twice.
You got a right to defend yourself.
I don't know if I would do that, but, you know.
Well, I mean, dude, he's obviously a little more used to snakes than we
Probably,
are.
because I would just cry like a baby.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm in bed and there's a snake that bites me, I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like would I just wet myself?
Or
would my heart just explode in my chest from fear?
Yeah.
You know, hopefully the latter. Really.
Yeah, I know, right?
But do you have any particular fear of snakes?
I mean, yeah.
No,
But
of course.
I haven't really been exposed to them that much. Like, what's the most I've seen is gardener snakes. That's
Garter.
it. Yeah, that's the only ones I've ever.
And they're absolutely harmless. I mean, we do have one species of poisonous snake here in Ontario.
Yeah.
Massasauga rattlesnake.
Okay.
But they're hardly ubiquitous. Like, it's not like you're gonna, oh crap, fucking snakes in the
by
honey
like
again.
Windsor area and stuff.
No, I think they're more north.
Because we saw a snake.
Oh, this story again?
Yeah, in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Again?
Well, this is when you went down to Chatham.
Yeah.
Did it like do anything?
Not really. It was kind of all coiled up.
Wasn't dead though.
No.
Like it didn't rear up and challenge the cars.
No, it did not.
That's good.
Didn't hear music. There was no basket.
That'd be cool. You just reminded me of the movie The Lair of the White Worm. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I have not.
It's awesome. You might like it actually.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
Yeah, so well, good on the guy. The guy, I'm not anti-snake. I'm with snakes. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't want to meet one. If
Look,
it's
if it-
behind a, glass case, then sure. But
yeah, like I don't want to be out and about and oh crap, there's an anaconda. No, like I'm not down with that kind of snake.
no, definitely
Right.
not.
But like usual snakes, they want nothing to do with you.
No.
You know, you're way bigger than it is.
Yeah.
It's not going to look at you and go, oh yeah, come on, I'll take you. It's
like
more
a
like, how
spider.
the hell can I get away
Spiders
from
scare me more than snakes.
you? What is that with women and
I
spiders?
don't know.
Like, and I don't even mean
I don't
that.
know.
I don't mean that in a
No. I don't know what it
derogatory
is.
way.
I just, no.
Like, I don't want them on me or anything,
No.
but they're good ones to have in your house.
No.
Like, not
I'm
1,000 of them.
No, I'm good.
But if you've got a spider, that means you don't got other bugs.
I suppose.
And bugs that are looking to give you grief.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm like, there's not many things that spook me out that way, but
But spiders are one.
spiders are one.
That is, I just filed that away.
Uh-huh. Thanks, man.
Good times are going to be had.
Uh-huh, sure.
That's good. I do feel bad for the snake, though.
No, you don't.
I do.
Really?
Yeah, like if he'd have thrown the snake back into the woods and said, hey, bugger off, that'd have been fair. But the snake is just doing its thing.
Chomping down on you?
Wow. And this thing about if you bite it twice, you give the venom back. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not true.
That's not true. No.
You know, no, it doesn't work like that.
No.
But yeah, well, that was
So there you
that
go.
was good. So it all ended well except for the snake.
Except for the snake.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, do you have anything you'd like to say to our peoples?
Yeah, sure. We are on Facebook at The Absurd. Look for the picture of the woman with the paper bag over her head.
Oh, by the way, on that note,
Yes.
I don't remember a couple episodes ago I said how there was an appropriate investigation being undertaken to determine whether or not that was you with the paper bag over your head.
Yes.
I am extremely disappointed to announce that the results from the investigation are in. It is not Mel.
It is not me.
So the mystery goes on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
But
thought
maybe
that was,
that'll be a
we can
post
put it to rest for now.
Yeah, okay.
No.
For now.
Well, who knows what's going to happen? We can't say. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm gonna do that for a post around Halloween. I'm gonna find that outfit and I'm gonna put it on.
Did you want people to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
cool.
Okay. Yeah. So there's that. Facebook. We're also on Instagram at _absurd_podcast. And if you'd like to contact us with your own absurd stories, please do. You can DM us or email us at absurdthepodcast@gmail.com.
And just like Jackie from New Brunswick did.
Yes, she did.
She sent us. She's the first person to ever do
yeah.
that.
Whoop, whoop.
We have recorded your name, Jackie.
Yeah. You're number one.
You are number one. So get in on the game, kids.
Yeah.
You see something that you think would be a good story, send it to us. And if you don't mind us announcing your name, where you're from, let us know. If you do mind, that's okay too, man.
Yep. All good.
Oh, good. Hey, you know what?
What?
It's dinner time.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to have leftover beef ragu. I am.
Are you?
Yeah, from Friday
Okay.
night. And Caesar salad.
Cool.
Good times.
Sounds fun.
It is going to be fun. So thanks again, everyone, for listening. And take care of yourselves and each other.
Bye.
Bye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.